everybody. It's Carla from Posture Studio. For tonight's class, grab your props. You don't have to have them per usual, but if you want them, go ahead and grab them. If you have a TheraBand or a FlexBand, see if you can find a place close by where you might be able to tie it onto something or wrap it around something. You don't have to do that, but I might show you some things that you can do with that during this class tonight. But I'll also show you ways to do the same exercises without that modification. Some great things to be able to wrap the TheraBand around are going to be like a piano leg or a bed post or a couch leg, something like that, something nice and sturdy. And you would just wrap it around it like that, so it's kind of double looped, so you can use both sides of it. But again, you don't have to do that, just a suggestion in case you want to do it's just a couple of exercises that I'm going to introduce tonight. Okay, so we're going to start off lying on our side tonight. So all the way on your side. And just take a deep breath in. The hand's going to go under your head. Inhale. And exhale. We're just going to breathe a few times, like in the side lying, almost fetal position. I'm not going fully into a fetal position. I'm not wrapping in. But I want to see if you can think about breathing into your upper back. So deep breath in. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale, walk your fingertips out in front of you. As you inhale, draw the hand towards your shoulder and go through a little rotation. Deep breath in here. And exhale, come out of it. And again, inhale to open. And exhale. So use your breath here. Deep breath in. You might start already feeling some kind of pops and cracks. This is a great one if you have any upper back tightness to just go ahead and get yourself through a little motion there. Let's do one more time. Inhaling and exhale. Now reach your hand overhead and do the same motion but with your arms spinning and come all the way back around. Let's do that 3 times. So inhale, deep breath in, and exhale. Keep supporting your head. And one more time, deep breath in here. And exhale, come all the way back through, and you can release that. Good job. We're just going to go ahead and sit all the way up and do the same thing other side. All right, so again, bending both knees to you. The fingertips reach out in front of you. And you're just going to take a few deep breaths into your upper back. So inhale and exhale. And again, inhale into that upper back. And exhale. And one more time, deep breath in. And exhale, walk those fingertips farther in front of you. As you inhale, draw the hand towards your shoulder and go through rotation. Deep breath in here. And exhale, push back through. And again, inhale. And 2 more like this. Again, continue to support your head and reach. And one more time, inhaling. And exhale. Then take that arm and go ahead and take it all the way overhead into like a big circle and come back through. And again, make sure that palm gets that little flip. It'll feel good. And it's going to come back down, almost like you're doing the backstroke. And one more time, over and around, and come all the way back through again. All right, we're going to roll all the way over onto our bellies and place both hands directly under your head. Your kneecaps are gently lifted. Your toes are pointed and they're a little bit wide. Your feet are a little bit wide to the edges of the mat. From here, all I want to do is see if you can draw your shoulders gently down the back and allow your hands and your head and your arms to slightly hover above the floor. We're going to come all the way back down. So that's going to be the movement. As we do this, I want to see if you can inhale to lift up and exhale to come back down. Let's do that again. So deep breath in. And exhale. It's almost Halloween. I call this my little levitation trick. And again, inhale. And exhale. Keep those elbows open, the shoulders gently down the back. And use your breath as you come up. As you expand in those lungs, it allows you to come up higher. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath in. And exhale. Go ahead and reach both of your hands directly out to the side, and you're just going to slightly draw them towards your side as you lift your breastbone up. Tiny little motion. We'll come back to this again later. Inhale And exhale, almost like wings. And as I gently pull my hands to the sides, I'm lifting my breastbone up. I'm keeping my fingertips on the ground. So I'm kind of sliding my fingertips against the floor as they come closer to me, and I'm lifting my breastbone up. Now, if this hurts anyone, if this hurts any of you, please, in your low back, please put a little pad or a pillow under your hips. Let's do this twice more. I'm trying to keep my low body gently engaged, and I'm extending my head and my breastbone up away from my hips. And let's do one more time. So again, I'm lifting up through the crown of the head, through the breastbone, inhaling, and exhale, come all the way back down, and you can release. Go ahead and draw both hands to your sides, push all the way up, so you go into a really rounded back, drawing those knees into you. Deep breath in, and exhale, come all the way back through to a straight line. Let's do that again. So as you exhale, push gently into the floor, draw your belly up to the ceiling, let your head drop, and inhale, come back through. Let's do that again. So again, exhale like you're lengthening your whole body, pushing it up to the ceiling. Draw that chin to chest, tucking the tailbone under. Inhale. And one more time. Exhale, deepen, deepen, deepen. And inhale, come back to your straight line. We're going to keep playing around with this, but we're going to now look at it in a little bit of a different way. So take your hands out in front of you a little bit farther and see if you can find a straight line through your spine. From here, I'm just going to draw my chin to chest gently as I simultaneously push my shoulders forward. So I'm pushing my palms into the ground, and then I'm going to slowly release that. And now let the chest drop to the floor so your shoulders pull back to the ceiling. So let's do that again. So I'm thinking of just mobilizing in the shoulder joint. So I'm pushing through my shoulders, and then I'm dropping them. I'm dropping my breastbone to the floor as my shoulders squeeze back. Now let's do that one more time. Shoulders really broaden, the mid-back goes to the ceiling, and then the torso goes to the floor as the shoulders retract. Come back to your straight line. We're going to do the same, looks similar, but we're going to do this using our low body. So from here, I'm going to exhale. As I exhale, draw the belly up to the ceiling. Start rolling under by drawing the belly higher to the ceiling. The glutes will engage slightly. Your chin comes to chest slightly. And then inhale, slowly release. So this to me feels almost like I'm picking myself up through my midsection. So I'm flexing in my abdominals. I'm drawing them closer together, my ribs to hips closer together, and that makes me round my back. And then almost like I was glued together, I'm going to slowly, slowly, slowly come back out of that again. Let's do that again. So exhale. So we're mobilizing from the low back versus using the shoulders so much. Deepen, deepen, deepen. Inhale, come all the way back through again. And let's do that one more time. So exhale, deepen, deepen, deepen. Let your head go here. And then come all the way back through until you're directly in that straight line again. All right, so from here, I'm going to keep up pretty high with my hips, but walk my hands out in front of me. And then once your hands are out in front of you, press gently into your hands as you draw your hips back. So we're not going into child's pose. We're just going more into a deepening of the breastbone toward the floor. The hips are staying relatively high, more like a puppy pose. And take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, walk your hands towards you again and round all the way in. So I'm going into this position. So let's do that again. So I'm going to slide those hands away and keep those hips pretty high, but lengthen, lengthen, lengthen to the floor. And then exhale as you draw all the way back in. Now, I've done this before with a foam roller under my hands. You could also use a ball. I'll show you again. If you had a foam roller or a ball, you could do it this way. So you're lengthening away. And then as you exhale, rolling back in. And let's do that twice more. So inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. But today for me, I want to go deeper. So I'm just going to keep my hands on the floor and then slide them to you. Now, if you want more of a slide, here you can place, if you're on carpet, you can place a rag under your hands. And if you're on hardwood floors, you can probably just slide your hands across the floor. And then come all the way back through, and I'm coming to this position again here. All I want you to do is send your hips to one side and then the other. So I'm swaying my hips from side to side. Let's get this little hip sway. And one more time, side to side. And then come all the way up to seated position. So I'm going to sit all the way up here. All right, so from here I am going to take my flex band today. And again, you don't have to have your flex band, definitely you don't have to have it, but I'm going to use mine for some of this class. I'm going to place the flex band under my feet. And my flex band, I found an old one. I didn't have a newer one in the studio today, so it's very flimsy. So I'm hoping you have one that has a little bit more give. I'm hoping this one doesn't break in this class. So from here, all I want you to do is you're going to pull your elbows to the sides as you sit as tall as you can. Your knees are slightly bent. Inhale, let that go. Now notice as I let it go, I'm curling back a little bit. And as I exhale, I'm going to pull my elbows to the sides again and sit up. And do that again. Now if this is too much on your hip flexors, if you're like, you know what, I really don't like sitting in this position, you can sit up on a block or in a chair and do the same type of motion. And again, exhale, sitting all of the way up. You've seen us do this before on the reformer. Inhale and exhale all the way up, pulling the shoulders back. Let's do one more time. Inhale, stretch through that back. Exhale, engage the back muscles. We're going to stay right here. Choke up on the band a little bit more to make it a little harder. And from here, we're just going to stay here, and I want you to pull your elbows to the sides and then release. And again, pull them to the sides and then release. Let's just do a few more of these. I'm trying to work on thinking up through the breastbone, sitting up as tall as you can. And last two. And then one more time here. Pull, 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 and then release. Reach your legs long and reach your hands out like a V and gently give a little tug like you're pulling back through the band as you draw your chin to chest, rolling towards your knees. Inhale, sit back up. And again, as I exhale, I'm going to open that band out to the side as I curl, curl, curl. And then inhale, come all of the way back up again. And again, I'll look toward you so you can see me doing this way. So I'm going to exhale, curling down. Inhale, come back up. And last two, really drawing that chin to chest. Give yourself some feedback using that band. Inhale, come back. And last time, exhale, curl, curl, curl. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Now bend those knees again, just ever so slightly. From here, I'm going to interlace my fingers. As I exhale, I'm going to curl down toward the floor as I pull the band to me. Inhale, sit back up again. I'll go sideways so you can see this. And again, so I'm going to exhale, deepen, deepen, deepen. Inhale, lengthen back up. And again, you're engaging through those shoulders, so I'm not rounding my upper back. I'm keeping engaged through my back. I'm doing a little bicep curl as I go through this curve. My head is traveling over top of my shoulders, so my head's not drifting way out in front of me. I'm keeping my chin gently to chest as I roll down. Let's come all the way back up. Let's do 3 more of these. Exhale, deepen, deepen, deepen. Inhale, back through. And last 2, this should feel really good in your back. Obviously, we're using our core strength, our abdominals, to control the going down and to control the coming back up. You've seen that on the Pilates reformer. We do that all the time. We're going to do one more version here, so both hands directly out in front of you. As you exhale, instead of curling down, I want to lean back at my hips as I pull the band to me, and then inhale, release. And again, exhale, deepen. Inhale, lengthen. And again, think of staying in a straight line from the crown of the head through the hips, okay, or through the pelvis. Now, because we're going backwards, you're going to really need to engage your low abdominals so you don't arch your back. Please don't do this, okay? Please don't arch your back. So I'm really wrapping in through those abdominals. It feels like I'm really engaging them as I get through this lean. And I love using the band for this because it gives you feedback also through the back of your legs. It helps you feel what's happening through your whole system. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, come back up. And one more time. We're going to stay right here this time. We're just going to move the arms back and forth. So inhale to reach and exhale. Check in with your neck. Check in with your low back. If this is too much for you, again, you can sit up. You can sit in a chair and do these same types of things. And again, you can wrap this around something so it gives you some feedback. right? So I could put this around like I could put it around a pillar or around a stairwell and stand in front of it and do the same type of thing. Let's do one more time. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and sit all the way back up. This time we're going to curl forward. Take your arms out to the side one more time. Really reach long. Loosen the grip on your strap a little bit so that you can pull your hands back behind you. We're just going to do this a few times. And again, exhale, pull. Inhale, lengthen. And two more. And one more time here. Pull, pull, pull. We're going to go ahead and sit all the way back up to seated position. On the next few, I want you to choke up on that band if you can a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can roll all of the way down toward the floor until you lie straight down. Okay, let's come all the way back up. So deepening through your abdominals as you curl back up. For those of you who want to, take your arms out to the sides and again, pull those hands back behind you. Take the hands out in front of you again. Let's do that again. So as you exhale, curl down, 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 down to the floor. Lengthen your body. And then exhale, come back up all the way back through. Take those hands out to the sides and pull the hands back behind you. And again, sitting back up one vertebra at a time, the hands come together. And exhale as you deepen, deepen, deepen until you lengthen all the way long again. As you exhale, come all the way back up. You pull that band to you. It really helps with some feedback. Arms go out to the side and pull. Come back through, sitting up, articulating up one vertebra at a time. And last time, exhale, deepen, deepen, deepen. Inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, we're going to come all the way back up. And arms go out to the side and pull. Okay, we're going to go ahead and keep that band behind us. I want to roll all the way down one more time here. So curling all the way back down. And if you have a ponytail behind your head, kind of move it out to the side like I just did. Please don't let anything be under your neck, your low neck, for a lot of this work. From here, I'm going to take my my left foot and put it on the floor and keep the band under my right foot. I'm going to actually broaden my band up a little bit because it got a little kind of weird there. So I have it nice and wide under the pad of my foot. Okay, so from here, what I want to do is I want to have enough length in that band that I can pull my right hand overhead. So I want to see, you might need to lengthen the band on the right side more than on the left. I want you to be able to do this kind of a motion. So I want you to be able to pull that hand back behind you, okay? Just see if you can find that. My other hand is holding onto the other part of the band with my elbow on the ground. So I'm pulling my arm back behind me here, okay? That's going to be the motion. See if you can level out your hips so the hips are nice and level. And my right knee is going to come to me. My left foot is planted. I'm gently pushing that left foot into the mat, but I'm maintaining that neutral torso, okay? My left elbow is on the ground. My right arm is long, okay? I know it's a lot of instructions, but this is a really great exercise. From here, I'm going to push my foot toward the ground as I pull my arm back behind me. So my right foot and my right arm are working in length. So I'm pushing, pushing, pushing through that band. Inhale, come back. And again, exhale, reach, reach, and reach. Inhale again. Now you should be able to feel this. This shouldn't be kind of floppy. You should really be able to feel this push. And again, inhale and reach, reach, and reach. Let's do two more. Pulling that arm back behind you. You're thinking long from the crown of your head through those fingertips, through that leg. So almost like that whole side of your body is just getting so long and strong through the whole body. Stay there. I'm staying long. From here, my leg's going to stay long and my arm stays long. I reach them both to the ceiling and push them both back down. So they both stay long this time. Inhale and exhale to reach. And again, deep breath in and exhale. This is where some of the sneaky, strong stuff happens in Pilates. You're like, oh, this isn't a big deal. And suddenly you're going, oh, wait a minute. I'm starting to really feel some stuff happen. And one more time, pull, pull, pull. Good job, you guys. Come all the way back through. And you can go ahead. The way I switch feet, I just kind of lift my feet up, put my other foot in that band, and then I'm set to do the other side. Again, though, make sure you level out those hips. You might need the band longer on the left now, so I want to make sure I might shorten the strap on my right and make it longer. My right elbow comes to the ground. Okay, my arm's reaching straight up to the ceiling through the left side, my left arm, and my left knee's bent. My right foot's pressing the floor. I'm in that neutral position. Your back is nice and long. And from here, I'm going to press my left foot and my left arm away from one another. Inhale, they come toward one another. And again, exhale. Now, the farther you push, the more you're using that exhalation to stabilize your torso muscles, your deep core muscles as well. And again, inhale and exhale. Reach. Inhale to bend and exhale. Push through that leg. For those of you who have any knee issues, please watch the tracking of your knee. Your knee, you want it to go straight here. Sometimes people start turning their knee inwardly or outwardly through these motions. Think of your knee when you come toward the ceiling, it's facing the ceiling. When you reach the leg long, it's still facing the ceiling. Okay, so try to watch the tracking of that knee. Let's do 2 more. So inhale and exhale. Now hold. Think of squeezing your glutes a little bit. Get the legs long and strong, or that left leg long and strong. You're pulling through that left arm. The arm and leg stay long as they reach toward one another, and then they pull away from one another. So inhale to lengthen, and exhale, get that pull. Inhale again, and exhale. Let's do 3 more. And exhale, reach long and away. And last 2. Let's do 1 more time. This is so good for you guys. It's interesting. If you do that exercise, if you're feeling kind of slumped over in your back when you're standing, and you're just feeling like the back of you is not working, and you lie down on the floor and do that exercise and stand back up, you'll notice your whole backside has turned on quite a bit. All right, I'm going to take this band and place it around my hip bones, okay, like the bones of my hips, and it's just lying across me so I can feel it against my hip bones. Well, I can't really feel it, but it's there. And then I'm going to take the band and press it, like kind of pull on it, so that that tightens around my hip bones so that I can feel the push down toward me. And from here, what I want to do is as I exhale, I'm going to push my hips straight up toward that band. Now, as I'm coming up and down here, you can go ahead and drop, and again, come all the way up. I should feel both of my hips kind of going into that band evenly, so see if you can feel that. I'm using the flex band as a tactile response so that you can feel if one hip's dropping lower than the other. You can feel that both hips are evenly lifting into that band. Now to come up and down, we're staying in a straight line through our torso. We're using the glutes in the back of the legs, push up and drop straight down again. So I'm not rounding under to come up. I'm not going into a bridge by lifting through my sternum. I'm really keeping my torso in a straight line as much as I can and push the hips up into there. It's a hip hinge. So we're going to lift up, 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 up in a straight line and then let go of the glutes to drop back down through that hip hinge. And again, exhale, push. Now imagine you're squeezing a block right between the knees as well. So as you come up, you get a gentle squeeze, and it's almost to me, I feel like my knees are being pulled slightly away from me. So I'm getting really long from my shoulders to my knees, but without going into a back bend. Let's do 3 more of these. So again, exhale, inhale, drop, and push. The feet should be gently planted. All right, so I'm not rolling to the edges of my feet. Now I want you to stay right here. So I'm staying with those hips up. Keep them up, 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 up. We're going to drop about 2 inches and push up again. Inhale, drop, and exhale, lift. Inhale, drop. Use the glutes, back of the legs. Keep the big toe planted. Imagine gently squeezing something right between the knees, but without letting the knees turn in too much to one another. So you want them in parallel with your hips. Okay, let's do 3 more. Push. And last 2, glutes, back of the legs, pick yourself up. And 1 more time, hold, hold, hold. This time we're going to roll back down. So pull the sternum, draw the sternum ribs down to the floor, roll all the way down. And now we're going to roll all the way back up. So rolling up, 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 1 vertebra at a time. Find the length of the spine. Exhale, draw the sternum and ribs to the floor, roll all the way down. Inhale, release. And exhale, I know you're starting to feel this. You should be feeling this at this point, lifting up And again, curling, curling, curling. And release. One more time, rolling under, glutes back the legs, hip roll. We're rolling up one vertebra at a time. At the top, you hold for a second, exhale, start coming all the way back down, and then find that release. Go ahead and release this band. You don't need it for a second. We're going to take both knees to the left and both knees to the right. So just go through a little bit of a motion, loosening up that low back. This should feel really good here. And again, so rolling side to side. And let's do one more time here, each side. Awesome. And let's go ahead and roll all the way over onto our side. Now, for those of you who want to, you can do this side leg series by coming up onto your elbow, okay? I haven't done this with many of you before, but if you come up onto your elbow like I'm doing here, you can engage your side waist to lift it up. So I look like I'm about to go into one of these plank positions, so I'm really engaged through that side waist. I don't want to do this series like this, okay? So I'm going to engage to come up. Likewise, if you're lying on your side, same idea. I'm keeping that engagement while I'm on my side. I'm not just pushed into the floor. I'm really keeping this engagement so there's a little elevation of my side waist from the floor, hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. So you can follow me by being on the floor here. I'm going to come up in a second and show the more advanced version if you want to be up. So we're going to start with the knees right in front of the hips and a straight neutral spine. And from here, all I'm going to do is lift my legs straight up and back down. So lift it straight up and back down. For those of you who are up here, you're going to be going like this. Your knees are going to open wider than your heels. Can you see what I'm doing? So, and you can also, if you're up, especially if you're up on your side, you can keep your heels together. If you're keeping your heels together, get a gentle squeeze. For those of you who are down on the floor, though, I'd rather the whole leg lift like this. So choose which version you want. We're going to do like 10 of these. So you can do a few of each. All right, I'm going to come back up. I'm going to do a few more of these. So you can see which one you want to do. And last two. And one more time. Good job. For those of you who are up there, you can go ahead and stay there. I'm going to show this version first. So all I want to do is I'm going to lift my leg up and make a little bit of a circle just like this. My leg goes open and then turns in. It opens out and turns in. Same idea if you're lying all the way down. You just get a bigger rotation. So both of those exercises are great. If you're up on your elbow, it's a little more advanced because it's asking you to be a lot more stable, and it's harder to get through some of these motions. So either one is fine. You know, like I said, if you want to do a few of each, you can, and you can feel the difference. You're like, wow, this is a lot harder. I can see how that's a lot harder. All right, one more time. Now reach your leg all the way long for everyone. Imagine that someone's kind of pulling that ankle away from you. See what that did to me? Now someone's going to push my foot toward me again. So just do that a few times. You're getting pulled, and then someone's pushing you. See what's happening? And one more time, I'm getting pulled. Now I'm going to hold this kind of pulled position. Again, staying up through that sideways. Lift the leg up and down. And again, lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. All right? I'm going to come down onto my side for this because I like it a lot more. And let's do 3 more. And last 2. And one more time. Now hold that leg up. Hold it up there. Hold, hold, hold. All I'm going to do is push my heel farther away from you like someone's pulling my foot. And actually at this point, everyone come on down to the ground. From here, I'm just going to bend the knee to me. And as I exhale, push it away. Just like we have our foot in that flex band, okay? I want you to get that action of that push and the length of the whole back of your body. All right, I'm going to add the arm to it just like we did when we had the flex band. So if I had the flex band under my foot right now and I'm activating through my whole torso. So I'm going to push, I'm lengthening with strength through the front and back of me. And again, reach. Let's do 2 more. Push. And one more time. Push, push, push. Now let the leg and the arm both go to the ground. I'm going to roll gently over onto my back as I reach my hand and leg toward one another and come forward again. Exhale, inhale, and inhale. And again, reach, lengthen, and 3 more of these. One of my favorite exercises. And one more time, reach, reach, reach. Come all the way back through. And you can go ahead and take your top hand and put it down in front of you. If you need to take a break, go ahead and do so. For those of you who are a little more advanced, stick with me for this last exercise. I'm going to take my leg and hover it above the floor, and I'm going to swing it up, back, and around. So you can make circles this way, or you can make like a big oval, okay? I'm going to do a little bit of just a big oval today. So I'm going to think forward, up, slightly back, and down. So I'm making a big oval here. Okay, see if you can do 2 more and know you're feeling it. And one more time, and go ahead and release. Bend that knee to you. Take the knee slightly in front of you. A lot of times it feels good to kind of give yourself a little punch on the side of your hip after that whole series. It's a lot of work. All right. I am going to get us to do one more thing. I lied a minute ago because I said that was the last one, but I do want to do this last thing. We're going to reach both legs directly out and under us like this. Take them slightly forward of your hips once you're there. So I'm kind of like almost like I'm going into a V position, but just the teeniest, tiniest bit of a V. And from here, I'm going to lift my top leg up, and then I'm going to see if I can lift the bottom leg up as well and lower them both down. Now, for those of you who want the legs directly under you, you can also do it this way. Some people find it easier if they have that little V. I personally like to be in a straight line. And I'm going to lift. Now check it out. Make sure you're not just lifting that bottom foot by moving the foot. I'm using my inner leg. So my inner leg is squeezing. It's lifting up. And 2 more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold and lower. And one more time. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold and lower back down. Good job, you guys. All right, go ahead and sit all the way up. So we're coming to this position. All right, we're just going to roll all the way over and do the other side. Again, like I said, I know you feel that. So again, you can come all the way down here and knee over knee, hip over hip in a straight line. Or if you want the more advanced work today, you can come all the way up. So again, I'm going to drop and lift. I'm going to drop down and lift. Do that one more time. You can do the same thing if you're lying on the ground. Get that little lift, and from here we're going to go into these clams. So I'm going to exhale as I open, inhale to close. Keep your shoulder away from your ear as you're doing these. I'm going to come down and do a few on my side as well so you guys can see. Again, the knee is lifting higher than the heel. Good job, you guys. Let's do 3 more. Again, I know you feel this. 2, and one more time. Now we're going to go directly into that circle. So we're going to open and then dip in. Open out and dip in. So I'm going externally and internally. Again, if you want to be up here, you can keep doing this. This gets pretty hard. It's a lot more advanced. And 2 more. And last time here. Good job. Now we're going to reach that leg all the way along. Push, push, push it away from you. And then let it shorten in towards you. So again, you're going to push that leg away from you and then let it shorten into you. So this is what's happening. I'm pushing away, shortening in. Now I'm going to push it away. I'm going to hold. I'm going to lift that leg up and down. So again, I'm going to come down because I like this better here. I'm going to inhale. And again, that's the breath I'm using for this exercise today. You could reverse it. And let's do 3 more of these. And one more time, lift and lower. Now lift, hold. And again, I'm going to imagine I have that flex band in my hand. I'm going to bend my knee to me, push away, and reach long. So the farther I reach, the more I'm connecting everything into center. So I'm not going into a back bend, and I'm not flexing. I'm mobilizing at the hip, the knee, and the shoulder. Push. Inhale, and 4 more of these. Kick, inhale, and last 3. I know you're feeling this. Imagine you're pushing into that flex band and getting that pull. And one more time, reach, 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 and lower the arm and the leg. We're going to gently roll over onto our back as you reach the hand and foot toward one another and lengthen. And again, inhale, lengthen. And 4 more of these. Again, one of my favorite exercises. This does so much. You're getting through this shortening and lengthening and last 2, and one more time, and reach, reach, and reach. Place your hand down in front of you, and again, you can, if you want to, you can make a circle this way, so it's a shorter circle, or you can make a higher circle that looks more like an oval. Okay, so I'm gonna make a higher circle today. Really trying to pick that leg up. It's going forward, up, back, and around, and last 2, woo, I know you're feeling it. One more time, and go ahead and take a break. You can bend that knee in front of you, and again, it sometimes feels good to go ahead and give yourself a punch on the side of your leg here. All of these muscles. Again, I call these the don't fall down muscles. They're great for stabilizing the knee, for keeping the side of you working, the glutes, the back of the legs, the side of the legs, just your hips moving. The whole series is wonderful. All right, so now we're going to reach both legs directly out in front of you, under you, or you can have them in a slight V in front of you. Either one is fine. We're going to lift the top leg and hold, and as you exhale, squeeze the inner leg to pick up the bottom leg and lower them both down together. So inhale and lift and lower. I'm trying to track both of my knees towards you, and again, I'm not going to be cranking that bottom foot. That happens a lot. And again, lift and lower. 2 more. Inhale, and harder than it looks, I know. And then one more time, and lower back down. Good job, you guys. All right, let's go ahead and just roll all the way over onto your backs. I know you're feeling that. And take both of your feet toward one another. And again, we're going to go through just both knees to one side and then both knees to the other. We'll just do this a few times, both knees to each side. And last time. And then what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and walk the feet a little bit wider apart and just do a couple of little hip rolls here. So I'm not rolling all the way up. I'm going through a pelvic tilt to the floor and then away from the floor. Exhale, tilt to the floor. Inhale, away from the floor. Do that one more time, tilting to the floor and then away from the floor. Okay, if you have a ball, a toilet paper roll, or a yoga block, go ahead and grab it and place it right between the knees. Okay, both feet are planted. I'm nice and long through my torso. And all I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a deep breath in, and as I exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that ball, toilet paper roller block. Hold for a second. Inhale, release. And again, exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, release. I'm opening my arms out to the side as well. And as I exhale, I'm going to push, push, push my palms together as I squeeze that ball, push. Inhale, release. And again, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the ball. We're going to hold isometrically here for a second. Hold, inhale, release. And again, exhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. We're going to hold here for a second while we breathe in. Inhale and exhale. Keep squeezing. Through the inhalation, don't lose that squeeze. Inhale and exhale. And one more time. Deep breath in. And exhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, release. All right, we're just going to squeeze twice more. Just gentle squeeze here. Inhale, release. And last time. And now you can release. All right. I'm going to place my left foot on the ball. My left foot on the ball. You don't have to have a ball. You can just put your foot on the ground. And all I'm going to do here is let my left knee open out to the side, and I'm going to slide that ball away from me, rotate the leg to center, and draw it toward me again. So again, you don't have to have the ball. I'll show you without the ball. My left leg just opens to the side. I slide it away from me. I rotate it to center, and I'm going to slide it back up. But today, I am going to use a ball under my foot so I can find a little bit more of some of the stabilizers and roll back in again. And do that again. Inhale to open and slide that ball away, and exhale, draw back in. And 2 more. It feels like a huge circle in my hip joint. It should feel really good, you guys. Let's do one more time. Open, slide, and come all the way back through. Okay, go ahead and switch feet. So I'm just going to take the ball over to my right leg. Again, you can do this without the ball. So again, inhale, open the knee and slide it away. Rotate to center and slide it toward you again. And again, inhale to open and slide. Rotate to center and come back in. Inhaling, slide, and exhale, come back. My ball's going wonky. And 2 more. Rotate, come back. And last time, open, reach, and come all the way back in again. All right, good job. I'm going to take the ball. I'm going to use it again in a second. Actually, for now, I'm going to put it to the side. You know what? I am going to put it to the side. Let's go ahead and come up in a rolling like a ball position. Before we do that, though, let's do a little bit of scissors. So I don't think I teach this very often, although it is one of my favorite exercises, so I don't know why I don't teach it often. So I need to start adding it back in. What we're going to do, I'm going to keep my right foot planted, and I'm reaching my left leg up toward the ceiling, and I'm going to place my hands toward my leg. See if you can reach that. From here, just like you do an ab prep, I want you to curl forward and hold onto this leg. I'm going to teach you a little modified version. From here, for just a second, I'm going to pulse this leg to me like this. So my toes are pointed, and then my foot is flexed. Let's just do that a few more times. I'm pulling in, and I'm flexing. I'm drawing in, and I'm flexing, okay? We're going to just go ahead and come all the way back down and plant that foot. I'll do that other side. Okay, so I'm going to, as I exhale, I'm going to curl up through my upper body, reach my right leg to the ceiling, and put my hands on that leg and gently pull it to me and away, and then pull it to me again. And as I'm doing those pulses, I'm going through a point and a flex of that ankle, okay? So I'm reaching it away, and then I'm flexing. I'm reaching away, and I'm flexing. All right, go ahead and come all the way back down again. All right, we're going to turn this into what's called scissors. I'll show you real quickly. If you haven't done this before, you're going to want to watch me. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm reaching my left leg up, and I'm coming into this position. Again, I'm doing a little modified version. This isn't the exact exercise. My other leg reaches long and away from me and hovers right above the ground, and I'm going to push both legs gently away and switch. Inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. And add that point and flex of the foot. Point, flex, switch, point, flex, switch, switch. See if you can find that. You don't have to add the foot if you don't want to. You can. And 2 more each side. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. And one more time. Draw both knees in towards you. Go ahead and roll all the way back down. And you can release. Okay, again, roll the knees to the side, each side. And one more time there, both knees to the sides. All right, from here, I'm going to go ahead and have us roll all the way up and rolling like a ball. So go ahead and place your hand under your right knee, draw your chin to chest, and roll all the way up. We're going to roll like a ball. Okay, so rolling like a ball again, I'm going to go this way, is I'm going to find this position where I'm in a gentle curve through my low body by drawing my abdominals in, okay? So I'm drawing in through those abdominals to curve me down. I didn't roll my upper body like this. I'm rolling just through the low body, okay? Both knees come to you, and you can either hold down here with your hands at the bottom of the leg or here. Either one's fine. What I don't want, though, is I don't want the legs going like this or the knees coming like this, okay? So you're trying to really lock in this shape. Your chin comes to chest slightly, elbows, for me, I like to take them a little broad, and think strength through the low back. Through the upper back. From here, deepen through those abdominals as you curl back and come all the way back up. And again, exhale, inhale, come up. And again, so what happens is as you're drawing those low abdominals in, it makes you start going through that roll. So deepen through the abdominals, and it makes you come back, and then you find your balance at the top. And again, inhale, and again, and inhale, find your balance. 2 more. Inhale at the top, find that balance. 1 more time, and find your balance. Good job. I'm going to take the ball now and place it right behind my mid-back, right here. Oh, it feels so good once it's there. And place both hands to the sides of the head. We're going to still stay in the slight flexed position, which means like almost like it looks like a little sit-up. Shoulders are gently connected, but your elbows, you're not pulling your shoulders back behind you. You have connection in the back, elbows toward one another a little bit. Inhale, open the elbows out, go over top of that ball, and exhale as you curl back up. And again, inhale to open. And so this is a little bit of a passive extension, well, a lot of. So we're letting our body go back over top of this ball through that extension. Inhale again to go back. And exhale. And let's do 3 more of those. Inhale back. And come through this half sit up. And last 2. And half sit up. One more time here. Inhale. And exhale. And you can go ahead and sit all of the way back up. Okay, I'm going to take the ball and now I'm going to place it under my low back. Again, in this position, please get your ponytail or anything away from your neck. I don't want anything under your neck here, okay? From here, I'm going to stay on that ball and I'm going to gently pull or draw as I exhale, draw the belly toward the floor. So use your exhalation to engage through the abdominals. And you might feel your glutes start working here. Totally fine. You're going to feel your hamstrings kind of pressing. You're pressing into the floor with the back of the legs and with the heels. From here, your big toes are still planted. Walk your feet a little closer together. And again, imagine almost like you've got one of those little foam roller pads or foam pads right between the knees, like your gentle squeeze. From here, I'm going to push my left foot into the floor a little bit more and see if I can let my right knee float. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do. I want to toe tap and lift. Nothing changes through here. I'm staying nice and still through my torso. So get that toe tap and lift. Draw your chin to chest. And again, toe tap and lift. Now I'm going to reach my leg long like I'm pushing and bend it. And again, push. Inhale to bend. That leg that's holding onto the ground, you're going to feel it start working here. And again, reach. For those of you who want to, you can also reach your hands straight up to the ceiling. This is very similar when we had that band where we did that kind of push and coming back. Now one more time, we're going to reach, let that leg come straight up, flex the heel, lower to the ground. Inhale, lift. And as you're lowering, you're going to go beneath your bum, and that's going to give you a little stretch in the front of that hip. And again, inhale, and go beneath the bottom here. Inhale. And 2 more. Push down and away. One more time. Push down, 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 and away. Lift that leg back up. Last thing here, I'm going to make a circle. So I'm going to take that leg out to the side, over and around. And let's just do 1 more of those, just mobilizing in the hip joint. From here, I'm going to go ahead and take that right knee and bend it and put that ankle over the left knee and draw the left knee to me. So I'm getting a Piriformis Stretch. This will feel really good. And you can just breathe into this. I know it's a little balance challenge on the ball. You can weight this by giving your body a little weight, drawing your knees or your knees a little closer towards you. Keep breathing here. And then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and switch legs. So I'm going to put that right leg on the ground. Again, well, actually, I'll put both feet down first. I'm going to find that core engagement. So almost like I deepen my whole torso to the floor more, and I'm going into a little bit of a pelvic tilt. Walk the feet closer together. Imagine you have a pad between the knees or between the inner thighs, and your big toes are planted. From here, I'm going to let that right knee lift and toe tap down. Inhale. As we're lowering down, you should feel, I want you to imagine almost like there's a weight under the back of that leg. You're pushing down and away. Okay? So I'm opening up the front of this leg and I'm pushing down and away with the back of the leg. The back of my right leg is really working here. And let's do 2 more. Push. And then 1 more time. We're going to turn this into a push straight out. So reach, inhale. And again, if you want to release your hands so you can really feel the challenge here for that stability. And 2 more like that. Push And one more time, push long and away. Now let the leg come straight to you. You're going to flex, go all the way down, if you can, to the ground, and again lift and push. I imagine I have something I'm pushing down through the back of that leg, lift, and again push, push, push. It's slow control. I'm not just flopping here. I'm not going as fast as I can. It's that slow control point, and press, and one more time, get that push, push, and push. Let that leg come straight up to the ceiling. I'm making a circle, cross the midline, and again out and around, cross the midline, and one more time, cross the midline of your body. Now take that ankle, that left ankle, and put it on your right knee and draw the right knee towards you. And again, you're going to feel a piriformis stretch. And just breathe here for a second. So we're breathing. Feel really good. And a few deep breaths here. And one more time. Reach both legs straight up to the ceiling and let them come towards you. You can give yourself a little pull. So I'm going to place my hands under my calves and gently pull my legs a little closer to me. Slowly let both legs reach away from you. So deepen through the abdominals as you reach. Yep. And then inhale, lift up towards you again, and you can give yourself a little tug. You can see where we're going to go here. I'm going to go straight into rolling over. You put your hands on that ball to stabilize it, and we're going to roll all the way over. Slowly start coming back down. Landing on that ball, swipe those legs long and away from you. So they're reaching away. Then they're going to come back towards you and roll over. My legs go parallel to the floor. Again, please, nothing under your neck. Come all the way back through. For those of you who are really tight in your hamstrings, you can also bend the knees to you and reach long like this. And keep doing that so you can swipe them away, bend them to you, and give yourself that little tug. So you don't have to do the full rollover if you really struggle with that. But just getting through that motion can help you. Okay, for those of you who don't need the ball, you can take it to the side, roll all the way back down, and let's do two more. So lengthen and roll, roll, roll. My legs go parallel to the floor here. We're going to slowly roll back down without letting the legs come any closer to you. And one more time, we're going to roll all the way over. Now this time, as I come back up, and I'm going to go into rolling like a ball. I'm going to let my head follow my knees. So I'm going to come all the way back through, and I'm going to go all the way over again. Hands come to the ground and reach. Let's do that a few times. So draw the knees down, rolling in. We're going to roll back over, lengthen those legs. And again, keep the chin to chest the whole time. I'm going to turn this into a little bit of a stretch when I come back up. So as I come up, I'm going to crisscross my legs like this and lean forward. Come back. I think I'm too close to the wall. Come back and roll over again and do the same thing. Crisscross the legs the opposite way. So my left leg's toward me, my right foot's away. I'm going to go over. Now my right foot comes in toward me. And two, let's do three more of these to even us out. My left leg's going to come toward me. Coming back through, one more set. So rolling over, find this, and then one more time, rolling over, come all the way back through, and you can release. All right, now it's time for me to get my flex band, and I want to place it here. So again, this is where I had mentioned to you guys using your flex band around something. So I'm going to put my flex band so it's double looped, and I'm going to lie on the ground in front of my flex band. Okay. Again, you don't have to do this. We started class out doing this where we had you pull your hands to the sides as you lift it up. It just this time I'm going to use a flex band as I go through this pull. So you start by hovering right above the floor with your nose. Your legs are gently open. Kneecaps lifted, toes are on the mat. My hands are holding onto this flex band. As I pull, I'm going to inhale and exhale, come back down again. Let's do that again. So find that inhalation lengthening through that whole back side. Come back down again. And again, inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Same thing here. Use the glutes, back of the legs. Find that lift and lower. And again. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lengthening through the crown of the head. Keep your neck out of it, you guys. Your chin will lift a little, but not too much. Come all the way back down, and you can release. We're going to come all the way up onto all fours. Now, from here, unfortunately my back is to you at this point, but what I want you guys to do is I want you to pull both hands back behind you. So directly up on the knees, and I'm pulling both hands back behind me. So as I exhale, pull, pull, pull. So I'm pretty much in a straight line, and I'm pulling like this. Again, you don't have to have a flex band. You don't have to. You could use, just use your arms moving in the socket. And 2 more like that. We're going to do 1 more time. On the next one, you can also sit down for these. So I'm going to sit down with my legs reaching toward the flex band. I'm going to do the same thing where I started out with, where I pulled both elbows to the sides when we started class out. But this time, I'm going to pull my right elbow out to the side to rotate as my left arm reaches forward. I'm going to come back and do the same thing other side. So going through a little rotation. So I'm rotating as I pull. Inhale. You can also do this with the band around your feet. So you can pull, come back, and again pull. And again, going through that rotation and rotate. Let's do 1 more each side. So we did a lot of flexion, so I want to re-engage through that upper back. All right, now pull both elbows to the side. We're going to do this a few more times. Again, we started class out with some of this. And 1 more time, pull, 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 and now you can release. Good job, you guys. All right, I'm going to do 1 more thing before we close down here. Take your ball, or you don't have to have a ball, you could just stand against a wall. I'm going to stand directly against the wall with the ball behind my back. Walk the feet out in front of you ever so slightly. From here, my knees are in parallel. They can be a little wider than that, actually. They could be a little wider. But I want to make sure the knees don't turn in. So think of the big toes staying on the mat, but using the outer legs as well, so you're not just turning in, okay? From here, I'm going to pull my hips back toward the wall as I lengthen my arms overhead and come back up. Again, that same idea of pulling that flex band when we were doing that pull is if I had a flex band under my feet and I'm picking it up, so there's strength through my back as I go through this squat. And again, dip down. Inhale, come back. And 3 more of these. And again, you don't have to have a ball here. You could just do these standing 1 more time and come back through. On the next few, I'm going to hold this squat and just open the arms. I'm touching the wall and come back. And again, inhale and inhale to open and exhale. For those of you who find this is too much, you can kind of join Skeleton Joe and hang out with him. You can sit in and out of a chair, so do some hip hinges. So this is an all levels class, so try to do a little bit of all of it. So again, if you want to, you can just work on your hip hinging in and out of a chair. I'm sure you've seen that from me before. 2 more. And 1 more time. I'm going to stand up, take my right arm overhead, come back through, stand up, left arm overhead. Let's come back through again. Let's do that 1 more each side. Reach, come back. And last time, reach, and come all the way back. Good job, you guys. All right. Since I have my Skeletal Joe here on my chair, it is almost Halloween. Halloween's one of my favorite holidays. Let's move the mat out of the way. I'm going to end class with a little bit of stretching with this chair. If you have a chair, you can also use a wall, so I can put my hands on the wall. All I'm going to do is pull my hips back away from the wall of the chair and bend the knees. And just deep breath in. And exhale, round your back as you come all the way back up to standing. And we'll do that again. So I'm pulling my hips back, pull, pull, pull. And as you exhale, round all of the way back up again. And let's do that again. So inhale, pull back, and exhale, round. On the next one, I'm going to do the same motion, bending to come back. From here, I'm going to lengthen my right leg as I reach my, lengthen my left leg. I always do that. As I lift my left arm to the ceiling and come back. Let's do that same side. So I'm reaching left arm and left leg long and come back. And one more time, going through this rotation, coming back. Let's do the other side. So now it's my right leg, right arm, coming back. And again, lengthening up. And let's do that one more time. Lengthening up, 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 up. And come all the way back through. All right, let's come all the way up to standing. I'm going to face the wall or the chair. And I'm going to bend. For me, my right hand is touching the chair. Bend the right knee as you push your left hip out to the side. And come all the way back. Let's do that again. So again, bend that right knee, reach that left hip, come back. And last time here, up and over, rotate around. If you can hold on to your chair a little bit and pull your hips back without flipping it over, go ahead and do so. And then come all the way back through again. All right, I'm going to move my little skeletal Joe so you can still see me. I want to go this way. So again, same thing. So I'm going to bend that left knee, right arm, right leg, go over. And again, so I'm going to push that right hip out to the side. Good job. And one more time here, up and over. See if you can find that little hold. Breathe. And come all the way back up again. All right, if you have a chair to sit in, please go ahead and sit in your chair. I'm going to sit next to my little skeleton. I'm going to put him on the floor. And from here, hold on to the left side of your chair and see if you can come up and over. Okay, we're going to do the other side. So I'm trying to make sure that my hips stay relatively level here. Just giving a little feedback by pushing or holding onto that chair. Good job. And one more time, up and over here. I'm going to rotate around like I'm looking toward the back of the chair, and I like giving a little pull, like holding on. And I'm going to do the other side. Go through a little rotation here. Good job. Okay, last but not least, cross your right leg over your left leg. So my right leg went over my left, and I'm going to slowly rotate to the left. Keep your shoulders nice and open. And just breathe. Take that same leg, draw the ankle up over top of the knee. The knee goes away, and you're going to lean forward. And we did a Piriformis Stretch a little while ago, but this is a little bit different. This is going to get a slightly different point. So I'm leaning forward. All right, come all the way back up. Cross the right leg over the left leg. Rotate to the right. Give yourself a little feedback here, staying nice and lifted through the chest. Foot is planted. Breathe. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to open that knee out to the side and lean forward toward the knee. And breathe. You guys did a great job tonight. We're making some fun posts on Instagram for Halloween, so I don't know if you follow us on Instagram. We also do little tutorials on there as well, so if you don't, check it out at Posture Studio. If you have any questions, just let me know. Reach both arms directly overhead, interlace the fingers, and draw the right elbow down toward your side as you bend the left elbow. This is pretty intense. It gets pretty intense. All through here. You'll feel it. Come back up, and other side. Feels so good. And all the way back through. Reach those arms overhead. Deep breath in and exhale. And you guys are done. Thanks so much for coming. Happy Halloween. And I hope to see you next week. Bye.